Good morning, my dear children. Welcome to the maths class of Standard 6. Today, we are continuing the same chapter, Chapter 1, Knowing Our Numbers. And today's topic is word problems with large numbers. Word problems with large numbers. Okay, so these questions are from our exercise 1.2. Let's discuss that one by one. Exercise 1.2, first question. A book exhibition was held for 4 days in a school. The number of tickets sold at the counter on the first, second, third, and final day was respectively 1094, 1812, 2050, and 2751. Find the total number of tickets sold on all the 4 days. So, children, when you will get a word problem, you have to read that again and again, okay, and understand what is given and what to do with this question. Okay, so read it once again. A book exhibition was held for 4 days in a school. The number of tickets sold at the counter. So here these given numbers are the number of tickets sold on first day, second day and third day. So what we have to find out? Find the total number of tickets sold on all the 4 days. So to find out the total, which operation we can do? Yes, that is addition, isn't it? To find out the total, we can add these all numbers together. Got it, children? And this is a word problem, that's why we have to write the steps. So look, first you can write the first step as number of tickets sold on first day. That is 1094 equal to 1094. Then number of tickets sold on second day. What is that? That is 1812. Then number of tickets sold on third day. That is 2050. Number of tickets sold on fourth day equal to 2751. Now we have to find out the total number of tickets sold on all these 4 days, isn't it? So you can write the last step. Hence, number of tickets sold on all the 4 days is equal to 1094 plus 1812 plus 2050 plus 2751. So everyone add all these 4 numbers together, then you will get the answer 7707. Okay, children. So everyone add it and check this answer is right or not. Okay, dears. Is it clear? Okay. Now we will move to the second question. Now look at the second question. Shekhar is a famous cricket player. He has so far scored 6,980 runs in test matches. He wishes to complete 10,000 runs. How many more runs does he need? Read the question once again. Shekhar is a famous cricket player. He has so far scored 6,980 runs in test matches. So now he has the score 6,980. Okay, and he wishes to complete 10,000 runs. Okay, now he have the score 6,980 and he wishes or he want to complete 10,000 runs. So how many more runs does he need? So you have to check how many more runs need 6,980 to complete 10,000. Got it, children? So how we can find out? Yes, you can subtract 6980 from 10,000, then you will get a number. That number is the rents he need to complete 10,000. Got it? So let's write the answer by step. So first step we can write Shager scored. Shager has already scored 6980 runs. Now second step we can write he wants to complete which run? 10,000 runs. He wants to complete equals 10,000 runs. And runs he needs to score more. Okay, that is equal to 10,000 minus 6,980. You do the subtraction inside, you will get the answer 3020. Okay, hence he needs 3020 more runs to score. Okay, so he needs 3020 more runs to score 10,000. Got it, children? Okay, so is it clear? Alright, now we will move to the next question. Question number 3. In an election, the successful candidate registered 5,77,500 votes and his nearest rival secured 3,48,700 votes. By what margin did the successful candidate win the election? Read the question once again. In an election, the successful candidate registered 5,77,500 votes. So the successful candidate got the 5,77,500 votes. He got this much vote. Okay. And his rival, he secured 3,48,700. Okay. So you have to find out how much more votes the successful candidate got than the rival. Got it? That is asking here by what margin. Margin is how much more he got. That we have to find out. Okay. By what margin did the successful candidate win the election? So let's answer this step by step. And how we can answer? Yes, you have to subtract this number 3,48,700 from 5,77,500. Then you will get the difference between their votes. Okay. So the first step we can write as number of votes secured by the successful candidate. That is equal to 5,77,500. Second one, number of votes secured by his rival. That is 3,48,700. Then margin by which he won the election is equal to 5,77,500 minus 3,48,700. So after subtracting this, you will get the answer 2,28,800. Okay, 2,28,800. So therefore, successful candidate won the election by 2,28,800 votes. Okay, is it clear, children? Okay, so we can write, we can conclude that therefore the successful candidate won the election by 2,28,800 votes. This is the way to answer this question. Now let's move to the fourth question. Children, look at the fourth question. Kirti Bookstore sold books worth rupees 2,85,891 in the first week of June and books worth rupees 4,768 in the second week of the month. How much was the sale for the 2 weeks together? In which week was the sale greater and by how much? Okay, read the question once again. Kirti bookstore sold books worth rupees 2,85,891 in the first week of June. So, the book sold worth rupees, this much is given in the, Kirti bookstore sold books worth rupees 2,85,891 in the first week. So that is given, and in the second week rate is also given, and you have to you have to find out the um, total total amount they got. Okay, total scale, that you have to find out. So you can add these two numbers together to get the total amount they got from these 2 weeks per 2 weeks business. Okay, and after that, in which week was the sale greater? Okay, in which year, in which week was the sale greater? That means you check which is the bigger number here. Okay, that will be that is the greater scale. Okay, and then by how much? So by how much, that how we can find out? Yes, by subtracting the smaller number from the bigger number, you will get the by how much, you will get the difference between that also. Got it, children? So first you have to find out the total number, total amount they got in these 2 weeks, and after that check which is the greater, which in which week was the greater sale happened, that you write. After that, by how much, that you can find out by subtraction. Got it? Okay, so everyone try to do this yourself, and don't forget, this is your work. You write the steps and answer it yourself. Okay, children, look at the fifth question. Fifth question, find the difference between the greatest find the difference between the greatest and the least 5-digit number that can be written using the digits 6, 2, 7, 4, 3 each only once. So in this chapter, beginning of this chapter, we learned how to form a number, isn't it? We learned how to form a number by using the given digits, and how to form the greatest number and the least number using the given digits, isn't it? So the application of that question is coming here. So you can apply that knowledge here. Look, here you have to find out the greatest 5-digit number and the smallest 5-digit number by using this digit. Okay, so you know, to make a greatest number, you can arrange the given digits in descending order, isn't it? From largest to smallest. So you can arrange this in largest to smallest to get the greatest number, and you can arrange these numbers from smallest to greatest to get the smallest number. Okay, and when you are writing the number, don't put comma between the numbers. Okay, between the digits, no need to put a comma. Okay, so let's answer it. Answer it. And here, after writing the greatest number and after writing the smallest number, you have to take the difference of these two. What is difference? Yes, in maths we are doing subtraction, isn't it? Difference means it is the subtraction. You have to subtract that two numbers and you will get the answer. So look how we can write the step. Digits given are 6, 2, 7, 4 and 3. And so the greatest 5-digit number we can make by this is 76432, that is 76,432. And the smallest number, 23,467. Then take the difference, subtract smaller number from the bigger number. You will get the answer 52,965. Okay children, so this is the answer of this question. Now let's move to the next question. Children, look at the sixth question. A machine on an average manufactures 2825 screws in a day. How many screws did it produce in the month of January 2006? So children, read the question once again. A machine on an average manufactures 2825 screws in a day. So a machine manufactures 2825 screws in a day, in one day, okay? And how many screws did it produce in month of January? So here no other numbers are given. But we know in month of January how many days are there? Yes, 31 days are there. So you have to find out the number of screws manufactured in 31 days. Got it? Because the January month has 31 days. So you can multiply 31 with 2865. Got it, children? Okay. And then you will get the answer. Okay. So let's answer it step by step. First step we can write number of screws manufactured in a day, that is 2825. Since January month has 31 days, hence number of screws manufactured in January is equal to 31 into 2825, and after multiplying these numbers you will get the answer 87,575. Okay, hence machine produced 87,575 screws in the month of January 2006. You can conclude it like this. Got it, children? Okay. So now let's move to the next question. Now the next question. A merchant had rupees 78,592 with her. She placed an order for purchasing 40 radio sets at rupees 1,200 each. How much money will remain with her after the purchase? Read it once again. A merchant had rupees 78,592 with her. Okay. And she placed an order for purchasing 40 radio sets at 1,200 each. So here first you have to find out the rate of 40 radio sets at the rate of 1,200 each. That you find out. So how we can find out? By multiplying 40 with 1,200, you will get the rate, you will get the amount she has to spend or she has to give for this purchase. Okay, so first you find out that amount, and then here the question is how much money will remain with her. So this is the total amount she had. So she has. So you have to subtract the amount of purchase from the total amount to get the money remains with her. Got it? First find out 40 into 1,200, then subtract that from 70,592. Then you will get the money remain with her after purchase you will get. Got it, children? So everyone try to do it yourself. Okay, my dears. So for these questions, 7 questions we discussed today. So rest of the questions we will discuss in the next class. My dear children, everyone write all these questions in your maths activity book. Okay, everyone write all these questions in your maths activity book. I am winding up. Thank you.